Robert Tilley.
I'm Steven Zaremba.
I'm Megan Lacey.
I'm Tyler Conti, and we are Safari Story.
When you were in elementary school, did you ever have a hard time concentrating while you read? Who had a hard time concentrating? Okay. All right. Well, if you did have this problem, you were not alone. 70% of elementary age kids across America have a hard time concentrating while they read, according to a recent study. When I was in elementary school, I had the same problem. I was supposed to read 30 minutes each day, but since I thought of reading as more of a chore than I did fun, it really made it hard for me to concentrate. I ended up paying a huge consequence for this because when I was in 5th grade, I ended up having to transfer schools due to my reading level being too low. In order to make up for the reading that I lost, I had to get help from a reading specialist. Although my reading level is all caught up now, if I would have had a reading program that would have been both fun and engaging, this entire process could have been avoided. That's where Safari Story comes in.
So Safari Story is a website designed for kids ages 6 to 11, and it has a main focus on reading comprehension. And this makes it really easy for parents and teachers to monitor the progress of their students because they can create linked accounts with their children, and then they can set assignments, and this can be anything from books at home or the passages that we provide on our site. So parents are very busy with their schedules, they're working and traveling a lot, and teachers have multiple students to keep track of throughout the day, and it can be hard for them to monitor the progress of each student individually. So that's why we're incorporating a recording feature so that students can record themselves reading books or summaries of their books. They can send it to the parents and teachers, and they can validate that they've completed their assignments and also monitor that they're improving their progress. Also, for reading comprehension, we're including quizzes and flashcards. So at the end of the passages that we provide, there will be 3 to 5 comprehension questions, and we're also working to introduce students to new vocabulary words, which will get added to their flashcard list. So parents and teachers can also customize their own quizzes and flashcards corresponding to the books that they have their kids read at home. So it gives them kind of a versatility there. And kids, it can be hard for them to focus sometimes without an incentive. So we have a reward system where kids earn points after they complete their assignments and they do their quizzes and flashcards, and they can earn real-life rewards that the parents set themselves. So this can be anything from ice cream to an hour of TV or even a camping trip, and they earn these points and they decide when they want to spend them. They also, we have a virtual aspect, so they can earn these little virtual safari animals along the way and build up their little animal kingdom, and they can collect and interact with those. So these are a few of our major competitors. Reading Rewards is a site where kids can log themselves, they're reading the books that they read at home. They have quizzes and they have rewards, but the major thing that they're lacking is the audio recording, which we find to be really important because it helps validate the completion and their improvement. So Book Adventure is where kids can search for books online. They're reading the books strictly online, and there's rewards and quizzes, but we want to emphasize the fact that kids have the freedom to read whatever they'd like to read from home as well. So that sets us apart from them. And then Raz Kids, again, it's strictly online. They have rewards and they have quizzes, and they also have the audio recording, but their reward system is lacking. We've heard this firsthand from a parent whose child has this, who uses Raz Kids, and they say that it's just not very fun. It's all virtual rewards, it's spaceships and aliens, and they just didn't really like it. So we have the real-life rewards plus the virtual, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. And then finally, we have the customizable quizzes and flashcards. Each of these offers some sort of quiz aspect, but they're not necessarily all customizable. And we have the flashcards, which none of these other options have available.
All right, for our Tam and Sam. So, grab that real quick. Okay. All right, so we have 12 million, for our total addressable market, we have 12 million people in the United States. We got that number because of the households who have children 6 to 11. Which is 9 million, and teachers who teach elementary school classes, which is 3 million, so that's why we got 12 million. We're going to be charging households $4.99 a month because it's benefiting a couple of kids, and teachers we will be offering $11 a month because it's benefiting more than a couple, so 24 is usually the average amount of a student in class. There's going to be, for our sizable addressable market in Illinois, there's 25,000, and then for our target market, it's going to be 12,000, which is the Cook County area, and we will be expecting a return of 300,000 with a 30% market share. So there's that.
Okay, so we are planning on implementing 2 MVPs, one digital and one physical. The first one is our website. We've already launched our basic website. We are planning on advertising this website and our link on Google and Facebook based on the SEOs and the search words. When parents and teachers will go to the website, they can look around and decide if they want to buy our product. They can click the Sign Up Now button, where they will be redirected to a Launching Soon page. There they can input their email address and contact information, and then they will be entered in to win a $15 Starbucks gift card. After this, we will be following up with these parents and teachers to kind of update them on what's going on with our product and our app and our website. And then this gives us our proof of interest to alleviate that risk. Our second MVP is our simulation. We have already talked to the creative writing teachers at the high school, and they are willing to create an assignment for their students to create short stories and passages for our students to read, so kids ages 6 to 11. After that, they will also be creating 3 to 5 comprehension questions to go along with their quiz, or with their passage. And then we will be taking those quizzes and then creating packets we have talked to a 3rd grade teacher at Lyons Elementary School, and he's willing to let us use his classroom as a test subject so he has 27 kids that we will be testing this on to start out with. So we will be distributing these packets with passages and short stories with the comprehension questions. We will then also be giving reading reward logs and reading logs to the parents of the students and also to the teacher. After that, we will be collecting those packets when they're done and then kind of reviewing them, and then also sending out surveys to the parents and talking with the teacher to see if their comprehension levels have increased, if they seem more interested in reading, just to see if our product worked, and that is our proof of concept.
All right, for our timeline. So January 25th, we launched our MVP website, and we already have 287 unique visitors to our website. February 12th is when those packets are going to be finished for that elementary school class in Lyons. And during the February 13th through the 29th, we will be performing that test for that classroom in Lyons. We will see if there's an interest in it. Then on March 4th, we will be meeting with a developer and discussing basically what we are going to be doing with the app and ultimately producing it. Okay, our key metrics is are the number of emails that we have the number of emails of people who are interested, and the number of unique visitors who are to our website.
Okay. So in order to launch both versions of our MVP, the physical version and then also the landing page of our website, we're going to need about $600 in advertising, which we put towards Facebook advertising, Google AdWords, and then also we've begun to contact some parenting bloggers. So we really feel like we can make more impressions if we're using those sources. And with that, we can generate about 9,000 clicks with 2.5 million impressions. Posting is there too, so it's going to cost about $150 to keep our website up and running. And then also about $30 is what it's going to take to test in the schools. So in total, it's going to be about $780. So we are a company based in technology, so most of our costs are going to be in development of both the website, and that's not just the landing page. It's going to include some of the key features that we mentioned earlier. Startup cost is going to be about $12,000 to develop a functioning website, plus the domain and hosting is what we're going to be looking at, that and the marketing. So we figured that we would start with a $4.99 subscription rate for the families, and as we start to improve upon our website and add an app in year 3, which we'll be developing and implementing in year 4, we know that we can bump up that price because we're increasing its value there. So year 1, we plan on selling around 80 to 50 units, that going to 51,000 units by year 5, and Steven's going to explain the jump.
Okay, yeah. So then, you're not really going to see the big spike until after year 3, because as Robert was saying, we're going to be implementing the app, and the app is going to allow us to reach more customers since it's going to be more convenient. And also, after year 4, that's when we're going to be trying to spread outside of Illinois by going to more teacher conferences. Before that, when we have our website, we're really just going to try and focus in the Illinois region. So our mission is to make reading both fun and engaging. With this program, we are going to allow elementary readers to become lifetime readers. With your investment today, you are going to help Safari Story get the right media attention in order to get our product off the ground. And for further information, you can talk to us in person or contact us at thesafaristory@gmail.com. Thank you.
You had a great lead-off in terms of describing the problem that you personally experienced. Can you share with us what were the findings from your problem interviews that you did to validate that this problem existed elsewhere?
While we were talking, we talked to a lot of teachers, and we were really trying to find out like if kids had a fun time reading on their own, because that's the main problem in elementary school. Like there's the homework, but then it's just finding it fun. And they were saying that a lot of the programs out there, they see it as more of work, so they're not willing to do it. So that's kind of where we thought of the rewards program, and we talked to them about what they thought about the rewards program, and they said there's nothing else out there like that. And they thought that that would really be a good implement for kids to find reading to be fun.
We also heard from many parents too and teachers that kids spend so much time trying to sound out the words and figure out what they're reading that they're not paying attention to what's going on in the story. So we found many people said that, so we wanted to find a way. That's why we had like the quizzes and flashcards to make sure kids are actually actively trying to understand what's going on in the story and making it fun in the meantime.
Can you help me understand your sales strategy to teachers? This space, it's called EdTech, trying to get in front of teachers and convince them to switch their products, whatever they're using is complicated. Have you thought through your sales strategy at all on how you approach teachers?
Yes, so some of the blogs that Robert mentioned, we're going to be doing parenting blogs and then also some teacher blogs. So we've already contacted a blog, it's actually a Facebook website called We Are Teachers, and they have about 1.8 million likes, so we can promote our website and app product on their Facebook page. We'd be able to reach 1.8 teachers potentially, 1.8 million.
Through just trying to get on their blogs?
Through the Facebook website.
We were also trying to go to teaching conventions to try and promote ourselves there too.
Have you talked to any folks in charge of curriculum within any schools? Because I think that's where the decision to buy curriculum resides. I'm not sure the teacher has the funding or the ability to make it on their own. So the $11 a month is usually paid by the school district, I would think. Have you talked, maybe that, if you haven't talked to some curriculum folks, maybe you should.
Wait, is your question like actually coming up with the questions for the comprehension?
No, I think what Greg is asking is, how are you going to sell this to schools? We get the parent angle is one way to buy it, but the $11 per month per teacher.
Yeah, teachers generally are gatekeepers, and you need their endorsement. They want the product, but they're generally, they don't stroke the check. They don't have budgets.
Well, the teachers that we've talked to already liked our rewards program, so I think they'd really be on board if they were convinced of seeing that our rewards program would be an easier way for kids to find reading to be fun outside of school.
How did you come up with the price point for this, for these things? How did you decide on the pricing?
We really compared it to what our competitors are charging and also like other forms of sort of entertainment, because we think that this is sort of a source of entertainment because we are providing those rewards. So you have like Netflix, which is just like charging $8 a month. We feel that this provides the same, if not more, benefits.
Did you do any surveys or discussions with people to see if teachers would actually shell out $11 out of their pocket, or if the school would pay for it, and parents, that type of thing?
Yeah, we actually conducted 3 surveys, and the general consensus of those surveys were positive, so they definitely, there was a lot of interest towards our product.
And in the survey, the price was revealed? So,
Yes.
And does the website indicate the price? I didn't notice.
Yeah, so we didn't show but there were 2 buttons on the top. It was the parents and the teachers, so if you look through that, then it would show the price point down there.
So you're assuming, and which is a good assumption, that if they sign up for the email, they know the price going into it.
Yeah. because we don't, I mean, we just have like kind of a little blurb that we're going to be promoting, but people would really have to be looking for a website to find out.
Is it a monthly subscription?
Yes, monthly subscription.
And so you said you had 287 people visit your website. Do you have data that tells you how many clicked on those buttons?
Yeah, so we had about 50 clicks for the
50
buttons.
clicks of the 287.
Mhm.
And of those 50, how many were parents and how many were teachers?
We don't know that information.
Okay, but
Did
they
you know
clicked,
by
they either
each
clicked on
page?
one button or
Right.
the other, right?
Right,
So you
yeah,
could find it out?
yeah.
That might be
Which
helpful.
page got the most hits, teachers or parents?
And then after that button, if I clicked on it, is that when it told me my price after I clicked on it?
Yeah.
So the next telling deal is if they gave you, hey, I want to learn more. That's your conversion rate after they said, hey, I saw the price and I still want to move forward. It's a very important number. And if you have 0 there, it might be because of price. I was interested enough to learn more and I clicked as a teacher. I stopped clicking when I saw $11. If a percent would continued on, then that's validation. If nobody went on, that's validation the other way.
Could you clarify me, because I think I may have missed it. Because what I'm sensing is there's potentially 2 paths to your customer segment. And your end customer might in fact be school districts, or your end customer might in fact be parents. Are you going to pursue both, test both? Do you have
Yeah, so through our simulation MVP, we would be hitting both of those. So we would be talking to the teacher, and then also we would be communicating back to the principal, or we'll find out who is in charge of the.
Okay, but that's just the school path, and you're
Right.
also going to do the parent.
Yeah, and so then with those kids that are in there, we would be sending the emails and kind of the surveys to find out what the parents thought of the product.
Last question there from me. The Facebook advertising, the $600, I think it was 600 for that. So that's a lot for a Facebook advertising, in my view. And 2.9 million impressions. So is that a national target audience or is that a local target audience? Or can you explain why you're doing so much Facebook advertising?
Well, the Facebook would only be a portion of it. We know that we're going to try and contact some bloggers and also Google AdWords. With the bloggers, they do charge a little bit more to put our name on their articles. So,
But it would be a very target market because we would be targeting exactly towards those parents or those teachers.
So what's that connection between that $600,
Can you
which
go back to
is
that
interesting
slide?
marketing, and the success of your MVP?
Yeah.
Like, do you really need $600 to make, or is it an independent bucket of money that will help you generate interest outside of your MVP? But you can pull off your MVP without advertising, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we can. We just wanted to kind of have more of an awareness of our.
Yeah, see, I think you run a danger of prematurely making awareness of something that's not baked. There's a lot of famous stories around this. The biggest one is the guy that does the t-shirts, Tommy John. Have you heard of it? Guys in here, have you ever heard of Tommy John? No? Uh-oh. Okay, so it's a new t-shirt that's really comfortable. He advertised the heck out of it, and he ran out. Now, one might say that was his MVP. He ran out and couldn't fulfill it, but I don't see that connection.
Yeah,
You're just in an MVP stage. You're not in a startup yet.
Right.
That's an ask for May.
Yeah, you're gonna have, potentially, you're gonna have 9,000 people click on it and be disappointed that it's only like, we're not ready yet, give us your email. So, yeah, you run the danger of that. But if you're actually selling directly, because you could correlate sales to your ads, that's a nice measurement metric.
I heard someone also say that you were experimenting this with MVP, this with teachers at Lines. So to just put on my MVP, I have no money hat, if you could ask that teacher as an experiment to continue your MVP, to put it on his or her teacher webpage, which elementary schools often have. And a lot of elementary parents are very used to doing that, to check with homework follow-ups and all that. And put in your button for Safari Story, and then test out how many parents actually click on that, and what do they click on? That might be a way to simulate what you're after here without spending money.
And nothing in your MVP is, there's no charge for the MVP, right? This is a free, so what you're measuring is, does it work, is there interest, is it valuable? But you're not measuring price yet, so I get that. You may want to think about a way to test out what the true value is.
The